Hey everyone, Florida Man here. Give you guys an update. Some new stuff's coming out. It's the end of the year. I've been working on a couple things and I want to share some stuff with you guys. So first, what's happening? So pretty much the month of December, I was sick. I couldn't do too much. Half the month, I was pretty much bedridden, or I need to be very close to the toilet. So I didn't do too much on the forge. But I did spend a lot of time on my computer improving my 3D printing skills. 3D modeling skills, not 3D printing. I learned 3D modeling for 3D printing. And so basically this whole month, a great portion of my time has been developing new skills regarding 3D printing and learning how to do better modeling. Because the current drone I'm working on required me to make a lot of modifications that I needed to personally go in, change some things. I'm going to make a video about doing 3D modeling and 3D printing, how I learned it, what I use. My guy's right there, you can see them. How does it work, the process, the sort of workflow I go through. But that's another topic. This video is going to be an update for you guys because it's the end of the year. I've made some New Year's resolutions and I wanted to give back to you guys. So when I started this YouTube channel, it was nothing. It was around 12 people, 13 people, and it stayed like that for almost like half a year. And then obviously I did the interview with Big Mac, and then from there it started to grow, and now I'm almost at 500, half a thousand. If you can help me get to 500 before New Year's, that'd be great. If not, whatever. But anyway, I wanted to get back to you guys because not just, for you guys subscribing and, watching my stuff and other things, it's actually donating. And the donations you guys have given has been fantastic. It has been a great deal of support for me and Ramon and Dina at the Forge. We are able to do a lot more, and it's a lot less pressure, money pressure, that we need to worry about. It's a lot easier on them. It's one less problem for us to worry about. So I'm very thankful for everyone's support and the help that you guys are giving. You're giving me more possibilities to do more stuff here in Ukraine and to help other people now. Some of your guys' money now is also going to another workshop, another video down the line about what that workshop does. But I wanted to give you guys something in return besides just thank you messages. I remember when it first started, there's a lot of big donators. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you very much. But it's just, I can only send you guys a letter. Trying to send physical items back across the, outside of Ukraine is a whole logistical field I will probably need to learn eventually someday. But right now, I have too many things on my plate, and it's not kind of worth the effort to try to spend money to give people money back for things that, they gave me money. It's just inefficiency, right? So I came up with something because pretty much this whole month I've been stuck a good portion of the time on my computer learning how to use Blender and make 3D models. And you guys might have seen, I showcased earlier on my community post, 3D model for, I was designing a logo, a new logo. It should be on my YouTube channel now. I might change it again. I'm still fickle about it. I'm still working on it. Still not entirely sure how I want it to be. But I like the color arrangement, I'm not too sure about. But the actual symbol itself, I really like that symbol. I designed it myself. It was something that took me some time, and it was a great achievement, and I felt really happy when I finished it. And I was like, oh, this is a really cool thing. Let me 3D print it. So I 3D printed it. So there it is. That's it, 3D printed wise. It is going on most of my drones now. It's going to go parts of my camera. It's going to be my little logo for all the stuff I print out from my shop that I designed myself. So this is like my little calling card. So really cool stuff. But once I finished that and I was at the Forge and I was like, I had some, it's around lunchtime, I'm done. I'm like, all right, let's learn some new stuff. Let's learn how to bevel. Beveling is a 3D thing that you do to make things look kind of sexier. And I was like, all right, let's make a stand for this. Let's make a cool stand for this. And I spent like 2 hours working on a stand. And then I spent a couple more hours tweaking it and making it look better. And then I made this guy. The stencil, Florida Man for Ukraine on there. So I made a stencil too. I learned how to do a couple stenciling, put names and stuff on. Got some measurements, made sure it fits, and voila. We got a stand. I got a stand. Ooh. Thinking about, I'm trying to figure out if I can keep it better tuck in there. If you don't touch it, it works fine, but you can't move it around. It'll fly around. But, I digress. I made this. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Why don't I give donators the file to this so they can 3D print it themselves? Either you have a 3D printer, you know someone has a 3D printer, or you can send it to a 3D print farm and they can take it for you. And so that's what I think I'm going to do now for you guys. For those who have donated, you guys will get files to print this stuff out. Now, not gonna lie, I made a video earlier, I think it was yesterday or the day before, this exact same video. And it was before I went on my Buy Me Coffee page to actually work on the logistics. And this is why I'm making this video now, because I realize that there are certain limitations to Buy Me Coffee. I can try to work around, but I don't think I would like the workaround. So I'm building the infrastructure. I'm trying to figure what is the best infrastructure for me to get some of this stuff back to you guys. But currently what I can promise is for those people that have so far donated to my PayPal account over $100, if you can message me, go ahead, show me an image of the receipts on PayPal showing that you've donated over $100. It doesn't have to be a one-time donation. If it was several times throughout, 3 months, 75 here, 20 there, an extra 10 there, maybe an extra 5 and 10, so we get to 100, boom, you're at 100. Please send me, a message saying, hey, I donated over $100 and I would like the stand and trident. But not only that, because this is going to go out to pretty much everyone. I'm still working out a couple kinks. But what I would like to do for those who have actually donated over $100 is to stencil your name onto this. So instead of it being Florida Man for Ukraine, it would be your name for Ukraine. I might add a couple other things, a little Florida Man on the side there or something. But yeah, that would be my thank you for everyone and putting a little effort back and showing my gratitude for how much you guys have done for me. You guys have been instrumental to what I can do now here and what we can do at the Forge. It is really nice. And so I would like to give this back. For people that have not donated $100, and if you're like, oh, I donated 75, I don't want to get into that. It's just $100. If you donated over $100, please do. But what you can do now is go to my Buy Me Coffee, and I'm going to post this on here. I'm going to post it up for buying. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to exactly do this. Sorry, guys. It's a process, It's a new way to raise funds. It's a way for me to get active and also New Year's resolutions. Oh man, I'm getting all over the place. Let me stick to this though. Yeah, it's a way for me to build my skills, learn new skills, give back to you guys, and for me to, just keep doing other things. So basically what I'm thinking about is to have these on sale on my Buy Me Coffee page. I'm thinking $10 donation wise. You get the ST file to this guy, no problem. I'm thinking $25 or $50. I'm sorry, just spitballing here to myself. And I'll stencil it. I'll stencil your name on and I'll make a stenciled version for you. And then I'll send it out to you. Obviously give it a week or so. I don't know how busy it's going to be. I have to figure that out too. But yeah, so that's one of the things I'm working on. Other thing I am working on when it comes to Buy Me Coffee page is I make a lot of parts for my drones, 3D parts for drones that are not, just average drone parts that you just need to make their drone work, like the antenna holder, my camera holder, the swivel mount for the cameras. There's nothing lethal, there's nothing dangerous about those. There are parts that I do make that I cannot share, obviously, but the parts that I can share that can be used for civilian purposes, I'd like to share with those as you as well. But this is why I have to remake this video, because I thought I would be able to set a special tier system with memberships about access to these sorts of things and all this other stuff, and it'd be an easy library. No, it's not. I'm going to probably have to find a third website where I can post a lot of my stuff, 3D modeling stuff, where you guys have access. I'm just not certain who that's going to be yet. So that's how it's going to be. That's just, I'll make a post about that down the line on my Buy Me Coffee page. But what I can do though is put these guys up on my Buy Me Coffee page for donations, and you guys can get access to these, and I can stencil your names onto these. Or I can stencil other people's name onto these, And also with this, when it came to, I digress and my brain went crazy there. I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to make a new souvenir to give out to you guys every quarter of the year for 2025. That is my objective for my New Year resolution, to improve my 3D modeling skills, to see the progress I made over the year, to improve all these different things, because I really generally like doing this now. This is a fun process. I have, it's been a long time since I could just like focus in on a project and work like 3 hours straight. And it's kind of nice. It reminds me of like my younger years when I got super focused in on projects and I just had to finish this one thing. So it's a cool feeling. I like this feeling again. So that's why I'm doubling down on this. Like, all right, let's set it up. Let's get a souvenir out every quarter of the year, where it's going to be a new souvenir for you guys. And when it comes to my Buy Me Coffee page, those that are members, I've set a new tier now. It's the Flamingo tier. If you're a part of the Flamingo tier, you will get access to every quarter, and you will get yours stenciled every quarter. Still working out some other things. I want to try to get them some other stuff too as well. But yeah, that's my idea right now going forward, for helping with fundraising, giving back to you guys, challenging myself with 3D modeling, improving my skills. So that's my update for you guys. A couple other things I'm still working on. Going back to the Forge soon. We have the new volunteer room. It's really nice. I'm really liking it because we changed our dining table. We put it in there now, so I actually have like a suite now where I can do all my office work too. Originally, it was kind of hard to do office work on the kitchen table where you could still have all the food everywhere. But now I got like a nice office space, so I'm in the Forge. You do the job, you get sweaty or you get super cold. It's really cold right now. I kind of wuss out at like an hour and a half now. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm just bending them and I don't get to hold hot staples, I wuss out at like an hour and a half or less, depending on how cold it gets. But yeah, I just go back in, reheat, and I get on my computer and I start doing some other projects and stuff now. So I'm really liking this. I'm liking this system. Just got to work on the Forge, work out the room, do some renovations, more video content coming for that. But I digress. This is about this stuff right here, 3D modeling, new fundraising. If you guys are interested, please check it out on my Buy Me Coffee page. Link is going to be in the descriptions. Happy New Year's, guys.